If you clicked on this video to find some advice on getting into IT or a first line support role, you can skip to the timestamp on the screen. So when I turned 18, I managed to get my first role in IT. It was an entry-level role as first line support for ITV Hub. Now, for those of you who don't live in the UK, ITV Hub is an online video streaming platform for all sorts of sports, movies and TV shows. And my job was to be the first line of support for any users facing issues with either the website or the app. With first line support, you don't really need any sort of experience, but it would help if you had some sort of background with IT. So in my example, I had a level 3 in information technology, which I did during my A-levels. I also did some basic courses online on things like SQL and Python, but I doubt they helped me get the role. If you are looking to get into IT, I definitely would recommend looking into first line support. It's a great entry point for beginners and you can learn a lot about basic troubleshooting. So on a daily basis, I would be the first line of support for any customers emailing in. Customers might be emailing in about some issues that they've run into when using the platform, or they could be looking to make some changes to their account subscriptions. So I would be responsible for logging the customer's email as a case or a ticket and running the customer through some basic troubleshooting. I was also responsible for things like changes to subscriptions, cancellations and refunds. Some of the cases were fairly easy to handle. So if a user was locked out of their account, you might just need to reset the password. Or let's say the customer is seeing an error message on their screen, you'd try and figure out what the issue is based on the error message. There's many different reasons why a user might be running into error messages. It could be related to network issues, they might be using a VPN, they could also be using an unsupported device. There was a bunch of different reasons why they might be running into an error message, but you just kind of have to figure it out and try and resolve the issue for them. There was a big emphasis on providing good customer service, so even if the issue did seem very basic and almost like it was common sense, you need to try and resolve the issue for the customer without them feeling stupid or like you're being condescending. So sometimes I'd see a pattern in issues that customers were running into, and in that situation I'd escalate the issue to second or third line support if I think there's an issue with the system or the service we're providing. Another reason why I might escalate an issue to second or third line support is because I've ran the customer through basic troubleshooting, but I haven't managed to resolve the issue. Now, there were some areas that I weren't expected to deal with as first line support. They were usually related to financial details. You can probably see how strong communication skills were a big part of the role, both with customers and with other members of your team. It's important to make sure that everyone on the team is on the same page, just to make sure that we're handling cases correctly with customers. If you are looking to get into IT or first line support, I'd recommend looking for courses online on Office 365, Active Directory, Group Policy and PowerShell. PowerShell is a really powerful tool that you can use to automate a lot of first line support issues. What I'll do is I'll make a video on the skills needed for roles in support, and I'll leave a link in the description box if you want to check that out. That's it for this one, and as always, if you had any questions that you'd like me to talk about, let me know in the comments. And yeah, take care.